When listeners first encounter Weird Al Yankovic's song Albuquerque, they are thrown headlong into a sprawling, unrestrained comedic epic that seems to defy all the conventional wisdom of pop songwriting. Clocking in at over 11 minutes, Albuquerque is not a parody in the traditional sense. There's no single song or artist being lampooned. Instead, it stands as a testament to Yankovic's love of pushing boundaries, stretching jokes to their breaking point, and transforming the very idea of annoyance into an art form. It's a song that, by the artist's own admission, was created to be as long, strange, and meandering as possible, a kind of musical endurance test meant to try the patience of even his most loyal fans. Yet, paradoxically, it has become a cult favorite, beloved for the very qualities that set it apart. To understand how Albuquerque came to be, it's important to look at Yankovic's intentions and the creative process behind the song. From the start, Yankovic wanted to make a track that was, in his words, annoying. A piece so lengthy and convoluted that it would almost dare listeners to give up before reaching the end. Pop songs, especially in the 90s, were designed to be short, catchy, and immediately accessible. Albuquerque is the antithesis of this. It's long, filled with tangents, and structured as a rambling story with no clear moral or central message. The song's narrative is a wild stream of consciousness odyssey, beginning with a protagonist who escapes a miserable childhood and sets out for the titular city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. From there, the story quickly descends into absurdity. The narrator survives a catastrophic plane crash, stumbles into a donut shop, meets a love interest, and gets into a bizarre altercation involving a big, fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls' haircut and only one nostril. There are repeated digressions, such as a lengthy rant about the evils of sauerkraut, descriptions of donut orders, and a dramatic encounter with a pack of wild, rabid weasels. What makes Albuquerque so intentionally annoying isn't just its length, but its sheer refusal to stick to any logical narrative or resolve its threads. Each plotline is abandoned almost as quickly as it starts, only to be replaced by another, even more outlandish scenario. The song doubles down on repetition and exaggeration. The narrator's hatred of sauerkraut is mentioned over and over. The donut order goes on for what feels like an eternity. And the final minutes see Yankovic shouting about his love for Albuquerque, listing random details ad nauseum. The structure mimics the classic shaggy dog story, a genre of joke where a long-winded tale culminates in an anticlimax or nonsensical punchline. The punchline, if there is one, is that there is no punchline. After all the antics, the narrator is back where he started, ranting about trivial grievances like someone stealing his snorkel. Musically, Albuquerque is also a parody of excess. Drawing inspiration from jam bands and rock epics, the song features extended instrumental passages, abrupt tempo changes, and a raw, almost live quality. Yankovic's band delivers a performance that oscillates between tightly controlled and intentionally chaotic. The energy is relentless, and Yankovic's vocal delivery veers from conversational to manic, adding to the song's sense of unpredictability. Sound effects, like the shrill cries of weasels, punctuate the tale, reminding listeners that nothing is too ridiculous or out of place. Behind the scenes, Yankovic's writing process was both meticulous and improvisational. He crafted the story as a series of escalating vignettes, each one topping the last in absurdity. The city of Albuquerque was chosen largely because of the humor inherent in its name, and because it's a place that's just obscure enough to seem random, yet familiar enough to be funny. Yankovic has said that he wanted the song to feel like a comedian riffing for far too long, layering joke upon joke until the audience is both exasperated and entertained. The transitions between the various story beats are intentionally jarring, further amplifying the sense of chaos. When it came time to record, Yankovic and his band aimed for a loose, unpolished vibe. The extended instrumental sections gave the musicians space to play, but also allowed the song to breathe and stretch even further. The vocal performance is a masterclass in comedic timing, with Yankovic modulating his tone to keep the listener guessing. The inclusion of bizarre sound effects and sudden tempo changes only add to the song's unpredictability, making it clear that anything could happen next. Despite, or perhaps because of, its intention to annoy, Albuquerque struck a chord with listeners. Fans of Weird Al are a unique breed, drawn to his irreverent humor and willingness to take creative risks. For them, the song is a badge of honor. To know every word, to shout along with the most ridiculous lines at a live show, is to proclaim oneself a true devotee. The song's audacity, Its total disregard for conventional song structure and its relentless commitment to the bit have made it a cult classic. Part of the song's appeal lies in the way it embraces the absurd. The complaints and frustrations voiced by the narrator, hating sauerkraut, getting attacked by weasels, losing a snorkel, are so over the top that they become relatable in their own way. Everyone has their pet peeves, their pointless grievances, and by blowing these up to cartoonish proportions, Yankovic invites listeners to laugh at their own annoyances. There's also a cathartic element. By enduring the song's marathon run, fans feel a sense of camaraderie and accomplishment. Live performances of Albuquerque have only cemented its legendary status. For many fans, it's the highlight of Yankovic's concerts. The communal energy, the shared laughter, and the collective endurance test all contribute to a sense of belonging. It's a song that, despite its origins as a deliberate annoyance, brings people together in celebration of all things weird, unexpected, and joyfully excessive. Ultimately, Albuquerque is a testament to Weird Al Yankovic's genius as a comedic songwriter. He took a simple idea, what if a song was so long and meandering that it became annoying? And turned it into a beloved anthem. The very elements meant to frustrate have made it unforgettable, proving that sometimes, breaking the rules is the surest way to win hearts and minds. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us all to embrace a little absurdity in our lives.